It has now been revealed that WM Mendis and Company Limited had made payments to the tune of 3.2 million rupees via checks on 3 separate occasions to fugitive former central bank governor Arjuna Mahendran. Newsfirst.lk reports.
Additional Solicitor General Yasantha Kodagoda said the payments have been made for the settlement of personal purchases made by Arjuna Mahendran using the unlimited credit card that was issued to him. It was disclosed in court Mahendran's secretary at the central bank, Amila Dhanayaka, had given the checks to an office assistant to encash them. It was also disclosed in court a state minister had been given 3 checks on 3 separate occasions, all worth 1 million rupees each. One of those checks was issued on the 31st of March 2016, the day another controversial treasury bond auction had taken place. The Attorney General's department said the elections coordinator of the state minister in question and the stance he maintains over the matter is being investigated. The beneficial owner of Perpetual Treasuries Limited, Arjuna Aloysius, and its CEO, Kasun Palisena, were further remanded until the 21st of June.
A very good evening, and we at Newsfirst have been following the central bank treasury bond scam since 2015, and we'll be bringing to you more and more details as they are presented to court, that is the 4th Magistrates Court. Now today in court, Additional Solicitor General Yasantha Kodagoda informed the magistrate that the Singapore branch of Interpol had informed the CID that according to the Singapore domestic law, they cannot arrest Arjuna Mahendran with the red notice that has been issued. Now, however, Yasantha Kodagoda went on to say why the red notice was important. He noted that in order to extradite fugitive former central bank governor Arjuna Mahendran to Sri Lanka, it is imperative that they have or they possess a red notice issued on Arjuna Mahendran from Interpol. Yasantha Kodagoda also went on to note that they are already drafting the necessary documentation for the extradition of Arjuna Mahendran. Now, also in court today, the 4th magistrate rejected the submission that was made by the Defence Counsel for Arjuna Aloysius to appear on behalf of Perpetual Treasuries Limited, which is also listed as a suspect in the case that is being taken up. In addition, now Additional Solicitor General Yasantha Kodagoda informed court that they are yet to receive a response from the Director General of the Inland Revenue Department with regard to the transactions and documents on assets and liabilities with regard to Perpetual Treasuries Limited. Now, another highlight or revelation that was made at the 4th Magistrates Court today was that 3 checks were given to Arjuna Mahendran from WM Mendis and Company Limited. Now, these 3 checks are from 3 different dates. That's the 18th of January 2016, 26th of April 2016, and 17th of May 2016. Now, these checks were given to the secretary of the former central bank governor named Amila Dhanayaka, and she had given these checks to an office assistant to be encashed, and he had brought the cash back. Now, when Amila Dhanayaka had been questioned by the CID, she had said that these payments were used to settle the personal or private purchases made by Arjuna Mahendran using the unlimited credit card that was issued to him. Now, when this fact was presented to court, Additional Solicitor General Yasantha Kodagoda went on to note, now they have uncovered one section of the money trail following the central bank bond scam. That is, the money from the EPF goes to Perpetual Treasuries Limited, goes to WM Mendis and Company Limited, and finally, according to his words, the money comes back to the governor's doorstep. So according to him, they have now uncovered a certain section of the money trail following the bond scam. Now, on the previous court date, an MP was highlighted, saying that he had received a check of 1 million rupees from one of the companies in the Perpetual group. Now, this MP, the CID has made attempts to contact this MP and ask him to come and give a statement, and however, though the previous attempts were futile, he has now agreed to come and give a statement on Monday. In addition to that, today in court, a state minister was exposed for taking 3 million rupees in checks, 3 different checks of 1 million rupees each. Now, the state minister's name was not mentioned in open court, but we believe in the coming days his name will be in public domain. In addition to that, now it has also come to light that an employee of Certis Lanka, which was also mentioned in court previously, has been deployed at WM Mendis and Company on a permanent basis to engage in the encashing service that has been provided by them. Now today, the additional Solicitor General Yasantha Kodagada went on to note that the office premises of Perpetual Capital Holdings, Perpetual Capital and Perpetual Asset Management were subject to inspections. However, he said that there was no indication that these offices were in fact functioning. He went on to note that investigations are continuing to ascertain if these companies are in fact shelf companies. Now we at Newsfirst are prepared to bring you all the details as and when they are exposed before the Fourth Magistrate. It's back to the news studio.